So, I'm doing this. Today I've decided to make a brutally honest FNAF tier list of every significant FNAF character in the FNAF games. Now, I have some very harsh opinions on some of these animatronics, but I have, like, obviously a few favorites. Everyone has favorite things, but I'm gonna try to make this as unbiased as I can. So, let's just hop right into it. We have SS tier, S, A, B, C, D, E, F. I don't know them, / I don't have enough information, and trash. We have Rockstar Foxy. Now, if you think about it, Rockstar Foxy is just another one of those. So, like in Pizzeria Simulator and Help Wanted, they created a bunch of new characters, and it was just like, oh, these are cool new character designs. But I don't even think many of them are significant enough to be very high. However, Funtime Foxy has a special gimmick in the game, like a mechanic that I think stands out amongst a lot of the other characters. So Rockstar Foxy, I think, deserves a solid C. C is a solid middle ground for Rockstar Foxy. Bonnet. Bonnet is also an interesting character. I really like Bonnet, but Bonnet doesn't deserve anything higher than a C at the most. Bonnet is basically a reskin who has an interesting mechanic, not a great enough mechanic to be like, oh, they made that game. In fact, they're not even really that big of a character, if a canon character at all. You know what I mean? I think Bonnet is a little less than Rockstar Foxy, so I'm gonna put Bonnet in a D, even though I really like Bonnet. Then we have Exotic Butters. Exotic Butters, not really a character. I'm sorry, that's the honest facts. This is a character tier list. If you want me to rank characters, I'm not gonna put this in SS just because it's really popular. Exotic Butters, it's not bad. It's not a character. It's not a character at all. It's going in E, okay? It's not bad, but it's not a character. It's not a character. Toy Freddy. Toy Freddy, I like the voice that they gave him where he's like, "Oh, game over" and stuff like that. And oh my god, my brain is dying. I like the voice they gave him in Ultimate Custom Night, but is he significant enough? He's one of the toys, and the toys are cool. They were like, "Oh, we're the new brand nice shiny ones." I just don't think that he has any special significance to him. I think Toy Freddy just goes in C with Rockstar Foxy. Then we have Bon Bon. Bon Bon, really cool character. I like their connection with Funtime Freddy. A very interesting. I think has a little bit more going on than some of these other characters below. Not enough to go like in S area. I think Bon Bon's first in B. Then we have Purple Guy. Purple Guy, literally the villain. At least at the very beginning, very good S tier, SS tier. Then we have Foxy. I think all four of the original animatronics have very great lore. They're very classic, solid designs. I think they all have to go in SS tier solely because of that. So I'm just going to quickly pluck the rest of them wherever they are. So like Bonnie, very great character. One of the first, scared a lot of people, even like Scott himself, I believe. And then we have Freddy. Freddy, very iconic character. I think Freddy is like, obviously the face of the brand, right? And then we have Chica. I personally really like Chica. She has like I know she doesn't specifically say this, but like in Custom Night, the "I was the first" line is really cool. I think it's really interesting to see stuff with them play out. Helpy, I really like Helpy. Helpy's a cool character. I'm just very disappointed with Helpy. I think especially when Security Breach came around and then Help Wanted 2, Helpy became very weird area, very weird territory. I don't know. I feel like Helpy is kind of like their punching bag in a sense. I Helpy doesn't really have a character like personality and all that. I just think Helpy is like a cute little mascot of sorts, even though Helpy's not the mascot. I think Helpy goes in C. Toy Bonnie, I like Toy Bonnie a lot. Toy Bonnie, I know a lot of people are annoyed with Toy Bonnie. They find Toy Bonnie annoying. I don't really get where that's coming from. But I think Toy Bonnie is the same as Toy Freddy, so they're gonna both stay in C together. Then we have the little babylings. I don't exactly remember. I think it's plush babies. Yeah, the plush babies. Um, cool. Are you significant enough? I don't think so. I think you're the same as Bonnet. Even though they use you a lot in Help Wanted 2. And then we have the Nightmare Bonnie. Nightmare Bonnie. Okay, the nightmares are a cool concept, but I don't really think that they're that great. I would personally put all the nightmares in B. I think that is a fair spot for them. The only difference I would make is Nightmare would go in S, because Nightmare is a top tier design. Phantom BB will go. I don't. Okay, personally, I don't think any of the Phantoms are that interesting. So most of them are probably just gonna go in D actually. So like here we have Puppet. I think Puppet really cool. A lot of lore. Definitely one of the most interesting characters. One of the most well liked characters. I think Puppet is on the same level as Nightmare. I think they both are gonna be S tier. Then we have Minarina. I think again D tier. You're not bad, but I think this is kind of like the category for all of the like minion animatronics in a sense. Then we have, I believe, Jacko Bonnie. I like the Jackos. Do I think that they deserve any high placement? No, not at all. They have like they were for a Halloween special. They're cool and all. I don't see much significance to them at all, really. Um, I personally would put them in, and I'll put all the Jackos in C. Then we have Scott. Scott, I'm just gonna put an S. He's the creator. I think it's really cool. I think it was a really fun thing for FNAF World. Then we have Music Man. I am one of the original Music Man lovers. I really loved him when he first originated and in oh my god, I'm blanking again. in I really liked him when he first originated in like Pizzeria Simulator and then Custom Night. I think he was really cool. Uh he actually was really like undernoticed until like Security Breach came out and then there was DJ Music Man and then the whole Matt Pat Music Man and all that happened, but I think Music Man, while I think is great, you're not the one that became popular. Sadly, I think you would belong in C. You, Nightmare BB. I think Nightmare BB is one of the best Nightmare designs. I said I would put all the Nightmares in B together. Then there's you, which I think also deserves an S. Shadow Freddy. I am not a shadow enjoyer. Actually, I really enjoy the shadows, but like, I also don't. It's a very mixed bag for me. I think the shadows are just gonna go in B. I think this is supposed to be Moon, but this is a really weird picture of Moon. I think Moon deserves S. I think Moon and Sun both were really interesting, new characters who really grew popularity and like changed dynamics, especially Moon, who was potentially working with Vanny like specifically. I think it was a lot of great I think they both caused a lot of great moments. Even if they weren't too much in the game, I think that they definitely picked it back up with Help Wanted 2. Now we have Mangle. Mangle, one of them. I think a lot of lore. One of the best ones from FNAF 2. I think Mangle definitely deserves S with all of the others so far. I think they're all on equal S terms. I believe this is Fredbear. If that's the case, then Fredbear is also an S tier. And then we have Monty, which is this is another weird photo of Monty. I don't know why some of these photos are weird. Monty is Rage Simulator. I don't think Monty really has much personality. I think he has more personality than Glamrock Chica, but I don't think he has much. Regardless, he is a really cool character, so I think he does get an A spot. I just don't think that he does much. Funtime Foxy, I think deserves A. Really cool character, really like their design, one of my favorites. Do I put them above the people? No, I don't think so. Paper Pals. I like the Paper Pals. I think you go into D area though with the rest of those guys. I believe this is Sun. Another weird photo. You go next to Moon. Uh, basically ADHD Goblin. Then we have Withered Chica. So this is the girl who said I was the first. I think for that reason, you get to be in S tier with the rest. Then Funtime Freddy. Funtime Freddy, one of the most popular characters out there. Blew up. People love this character. They actually reuse it. I think Kellen Goff got his popularity from Funtime Freddy. They reuse this character a lot because they know how big it was and they know how great it was. Actually, Kellen Goff also got reused a lot because they were like, damn, they love this voice actor. You know what I mean? I think he blew up. He changed the game. For that reason, he'll go in S. You can go next to Nightmare. Then we have Circus Baby. Circus Baby, I think, is one of the only people to step up to Freddy and challenge him for his name. C was an entirely new main mascot for Sister Location. The first time they ever tried to go with a different mascot besides Freddy, and I think it worked. This character was amazing, a new character, something we needed. First game to have proper voice acting. Definitely, like, changed the game and added a lot. Circus Baby deserves S tier. Balloon Boy. A lot of people find Balloon Boy annoying. I think Balloon Boy is annoying, but I also really like Balloon Boy. Do I think he's like this tier? No. While I really like him, you can't really just like put him down here though either, because even though he's like quote unquote annoying, you can't really just like bash him for any of that. You know what I mean? Because like he definitely was like a new concept, a new character, definitely very popular, even though he's like hated on. Definitely a very popular character. I think iconic. Annoying, but iconic. You go and see along with the other people. Gregory. Gregory, you can go in. Gregory. Okay, here's the thing with Gregory. I really like Gregory, but I also think that Gregory is not as big as these guys. But I will say, first human character that we play as to have voice lines and to see like a full model of. I think definitely a very significant character and definitely probably like the start of changes for FNAF, because I think in the future we're gonna start seeing more and more human models for FNAF now that we have like a couple of humans already, set forth. I think Gregory was definitely very interesting. I think arguably very annoying, but I think very interesting, which deserves an S tier. Lolbit, I really like Lolbit. Were they really used outside of like the Sister Location custom night? Yeah, I think they have been used since then, but Originally, that was basically it. They didn't really get any on-screen time. I think they're really mysterious, and I like that. I think you deserve a B. Candy Cadet, one of the best characters. I think you deserve an A or an S. Tells amazing stories, creepy stories, lore potential stories. I think very great design, very loved character, amazing voice. I think Candy Cadet is actually just an S tier. You, I already put you up here. Chipper. Chipper can go an F because Chipper's not even from FNAF. I mean, like, you were kind of like the start of like what got Scott to FNAF, but you're not really a FNAF character, in my opinion. You are literally just a toy on a desk. I think you're basically trash. You are the best Wither design, personally, in my opinion. Best Wither design. You can come up here. You. I have a hot take on Foxy. I think they really liked Foxy's design, so they made every other Foxy look very similar to the previous Foxy. I think that there's almost no differences between each Foxy. Well, of course, they each have their own differences, but I think they're all so very similar to each other, and I think that I don't know. I think they go creative with a lot of the other characters when they change them, and it's just a bit disappointing that Foxy just tends to always be the same. I think all the Withers are just gonna go in C tier as well. Mediocre melodies are all cool, but I don't think they deserve anything higher than a B. You deserve the same spot as all your friends, Golden Freddy. Very one of the originals, very iconic, a lot of lore significance. Nightmare Freddy. I think with the Freddylings attached, you are probably one of the most interesting nightmares. Enard. Enard, I think, is same level as Circus Baby. Very impactful, very significant character. I will, however, put Enard in S. I will, however, put Enard in S. You, I think, count as a mediocre melody, even though you're not. You have the same level of them. Withered Freddy, I'm not a big Withered fan. I think they're cool and all, but besides like Withered Chica, and like I think Withered Bonnie's design is cool, I don't think Withered Foxy or Withered Freddy are like a standout in my eyes. Springtrap, literally one of the biggest characters. Actually, probably the most biggest character from FNAF. I think made one of the things that made the series. Okay, people love Springtrap. They still love Springtrap. Will forever be one of the top characters, and you have a lot of lore significance, great design, new character. Definitely deserves that SS tier. Glamrock Chica? I don't like Glamrock Chica. I'm just gonna be honest. I like her, but I also don't like her. She's literally just zombie who is always hungry. They don't give her a personality. And I mean, of course they use her a lot in Help Wanted too, but just for that reason. Because she loves food and they have a lot of food mini games. I don't think that she deserves a high placement at all. But I think she is kind of like a good character, great design, so I think she does deserve at least an A. You, my friend, are going in B. You, Cupcake, I think is great. I don't think Cupcake deserves more than a B, even though they're really likable. I'm not playing with likes. I'm doing brutally honest stuff. Okay? You go next to Shadow Freddy. I think you are a little better. You are one of the Phantoms. I said I would put all the Phantoms in D. Then there's you. I think Vanessa is on the same boat as Gregory. First, one of the first human characters modeled that we get to see. Definitely very interesting, especially if the Vanny aspect. I think potentially if Vanessa and Gregory are working together in the future, I think that would be interesting. Definitely very great, very interesting character. Nightmare Foxy. We'll go right next to another Nightmare. Toy Chica. I think Toy Chica is the same as the other toys, but I'm gonna put Toy Chica in B because of the beak thing and because they definitely Toy Chica changed the most out of all the original characters and their designs. Toy Chica changed the most, and then this is the only instance where they changed Foxy into Mangle, which is the only time that they ever like besides Funtime Foxy as well. One of the only times they ever significantly changed Foxy, in my opinion. Then the Bitty Babs. Bitty Babs are just like goons for baby, and I don't think it's properly explored. I think they have like a very cool scene where they're like peeking through the holes and stuff, but besides that, they're never really shown, and I don't really feel like they have an explanation. I feel like at least the Minorinas were like with Ballora when she was attacking us, but like the Bitty Babs, they just kind of randomly showed up, and Baby even warned us of them. I feel like there's a lot of questions surrounding them in my eyes. El Chip, I love El Chip, but same as the others in the mediocre category. Uh, this is Molten Freddy. Molten Freddy, great character, great design. I personally would put Molten in A. Actually, Molten deserves an S because it is a very interesting take on what happened to the characters. And then we have the rest of the Phantoms who are all just going to be. Oh, this is what is his name? Scrap Trap. I think he's disgusting. Personally, I think Scrap Trap is the worst Springtrap design out of all of them. I think it's a terrible design. I know I said I would put all the Phantoms into D, but watermelon. That's all I'm gonna say. Here's your D placement. Yendo, same thing as a little bit, but I don't think you're as significant as a little bit. I think you go in C. Lefty. Lefty, great character. Very interesting lore. I think Lefty deserves an A. That's my opinion. I would not put Left. Well, Lefty is like at the same stage as some of these S characters, but I think Lefty stays at A for me. Then there's you, who I think you're also just a random thing, but I don't think you deserve that. I think you deserve like F. Then we have Glamrock Freddy. Glamrock Freddy is an S tier. S tier. Glamrock Freddy, first person we ever join on an adventure. Great personality, great design. People love this character. I think definitely an SS because like the first good animatronic that helps us. Glitchtrap, brilliant reimagining of Springtrap. I think Glitchtrap was a success. Great design, great voice, great, uh, just great all around. Happy Frog. Happy Frog tried to do what Baby did. She's like, move over, Freddy Fazbear, but I don't think that she made as big of an impact. I think that, however, she can go above the rest of the mediocres. I'll put her an A. Ballora, I really like Ballora. I think Ballora is a great character, really interesting, lore potential, great voice, interesting mechanics, but I think they fudged her. I think that they didn't give her the attention that she deserved because every time they show her, they always limit her to certain things. But she's like a spider. She can crawl around on all fours. She can do many creepy things, but they just don't want to do it. I don't know why they bench Ballora like that. So honestly, Ballora goes in A, but if she had more attention, she would go higher. You are the same as them. And then we have Jacko Chica. I said I would put the Jackos together, so you'll go next to Jacko Bonnie. You'll go next to that clan. I'm gonna put you in here because I don't quite understand. Because there's already a Golden Freddy. I don't know what the difference with you would be. And then we have JJ. JJ is a reskin of Balloon Boy. For that, I think JJ goes a tier below Balloon Boy, same as Bonnet. Old Man Consequences, really interesting. I would love to see more. Unexplored, I think you deserve a B for now because while you are really cool and interesting, I don't think that you had much done for you. Then we have Vanny. I think Vanny also deserves an SS tier because Vanny is like, you know, first human antagonist. Well, of course we have like Of course, the other animatronics are all humans in a sense because they have like souls inside of them. But this is the first like proper human one in a suit um, that is still alive. I think it's definitely really interesting and great character. Definitely like interesting mechanic. You go with the other nightmares. Ned Bear. Ned Bear, I really like actually, but I think Ned Bear is gonna go with the rest of the mediocres. You go with the rest of the nightmares. Nightmarion. But I think Nightmarion's slightly cooler, so I think Nightmarion's gonna go in A. You go with the rest as well. Actually, Nightmare BB also is gonna go in A. Then we have Scrap Baby, I think goes in A. Orville goes with the rest of the mediocres. Phone Guy, definitely one of the most iconic characters. Definitely has like a few iconic lines. A lot of people tried to memorize the lines and like repeat them, and then like obviously like it's one of the most iconic parts of FNAF. Like when you think FNAF, you think Phone Guy as one of the things. Well, first you would think Freddy, then you would think Springtrap, then you would think Purple Guy, then you would probably think Circus Baby, Funtime Freddy, all that. But eventually you would think Phone Guy. Then we have Plush Trap. Plush Trap is really cool, interesting take. I really think Plush Trap is a great character. I think Plush Trap goes in A. You will go right there too. Rock Stars, I think, go right next to the mediocres. I'm gonna move you down here real quick. Rockstar Chica, and then Rockstar Freddy. Actually, Rockstar Freddy will go in A because I think Rockstar Freddy is quite fun. Actually, hold up. Rockstar Bonnie and Rockstar Chica are gonna drop to C. Rockstar Foxy is gonna go up to B. I think that works out. Roxanne Wolf. I really liked Roxanne Wolf. Of course, they like heavily lean into the like "I am better than you" type of thing, but I really saw potential in her, especially when they made her crying, because I felt like wow, that really shows like more to her than just "I'm mad" or "I'm hungry." Of course, she's like "I'm better than you," but then she was crying, and then especially when Ruin came out, they added so much onto her character that I think she deserves an SS tier. I think Ruin boosted her from like an A maybe to SS. Security Puppet, I think goes in B. I think they're really cool, but I also feel like they weren't given as much attention. I actually realized that this is Biddy Bab. And this one's Electrobab. So Electrobab's actually just gonna stay here. I think Yendo is gonna actually like drop down to E as well. Actually, I'm gonna put them both in F. And then Hand Unit, also like a renaissance. People love Hand Unit. Great new character, great comedy. You go next to her. You this is original Endo. Unfortunately, I think original Endo goes in C. Trash Gang, I think, was really fun. I think, unfortunately, they go in D. Actually, yeah. You go with the other Phantoms. And then Mr. Hippo, the last animatronic on this list. Mr. Hippo, I think, goes in A tier. Because even though it's just another mediocre, I think it was really iconic that they had him speak on. And then they even made like a rock star Mr. Hippo at some point, or a glam rock Mr. Hippo. I think Mr. Hippo was definitely iconic, so he goes up a bit. And this is my brutally honest tier list. Of course, if I did everything based on my likes, this would be a lot different. But I did it based on. I tried to be as fair as I can be. So yeah, let me know what your opinion is, if you disagree or agree with anything on this list, and let me know why. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.